have to just accept it. That's your hair, and people can take it or leave it because it's on your head.
That's right. Take it or leave it. Welcome to another dose of Empire, where we share stories to elevate and inspire. My name is Mimi, and I'll be your host for today. I am honored to introduce our next guest. She's a motivator, a hair guru, and host of Curl Talk. Please help me welcome Stephanie Burrell. I remember when I was younger, everybody was getting their hair perm. And my father was like, no, nobody in my household getting their hair perm because, and I remember him saying how damaging the chemical was for our brain. I'm like, Daddy, why do you have to go the extra mile? Everybody's doing it. Why can't I? And I just remember I just never put my hair. It was always braiding my hair or had my hair natural. So I just remember wanting to so badly want to just have my hair straight and just look like everybody else, because and two, it was so much easier. So I just remember just sneaking in and just like putting the perm myself. And it was
You put it yourself?
I did. That's one of the reasons I think this conversation is so important, because I wanted my hair to look like everybody else. I just wanted my hair to look straight. And my hair is naturally thinner than my sisters. So their hair was a lot thicker. And so my mom permed their hair despite what my father said, because she was like, first of all, I have to do this hair. I'm sorry, we're gonna perm this hair because I can't do it every morning. And she permed their hair. And mine stayed natural. So I did one regret, honestly. I don't think I would ever go back to doing that. What would you say to anyone watching? Maybe they're natural now, or they're thinking about perming their hair. I've been natural for, oh my God, 2017? How many years? Almost? Since 2017. I'm not going to do the math. Because
I think that's 4 years. I don't know.
Almost 4 years. But yes, so I've been natural since then. But before that, I was perming my hair almost every 6 months or even every 3 months, which even if you're perming your hair, it shouldn't be done as often as 3 months. You should give your hair a break. So what would you say to anyone thinking about perming their hair? Obviously, I will never tell anyone what to do with their personal hair journey. But what would you say if someone is thinking about that and they are second guessing themselves? Like they're just at that edge where they're like, should I do it? Should I not do it? And what would you say to them?
That's always like a tricky question, because just like you said, you never want to tell someone to not or do something, right? I would probably say just think about, I guess, budget wise first and health wise and just everything that comes into it. A relaxer costs God knows how much. Yes, you do it every couple of months, but then you're just paying to maintain it. You're putting heat on it. Do you want to go through all of that? Just a drop of water, like you have to re-straighten it. It's a whole thing. When natural, you can do protective hairstyling, and that lasts months, right? And there's alternatives to the style. You can wear wigs. People that I've spoken to, they'll always bring up the wig conversation. You can have the straight hair look and still protect your hair. So there's alternatives. That is definitely something I would mention if they're really considering the relaxer.
Gotcha. Also mention your natural hair journey until you naturally taking care of yourself as well. Share a little bit about how that first started. or did it all come all at once? Like, I know for me, when I became natural, I also took the idea of becoming vegetarian. So it was just a mind, body, and soul. And I remember that same year, I quit my job, by the way. I quit my job, stopped perming my hair, and I became vegetarian. It was all in 1 year. It was just like, I'm done with the planet. I need to take care of me type of thing. But what would you say your journey entailed becoming more natural in that mind, body, and soul spirit, which I think we need to be more connected to ourselves sometimes?
Yeah, I think once I cut my hair and then I had to start researching on products, I really looked into like what's written on the label, what the products contain, and then I was also thinking like, okay, so maybe what I eat should be more organic or more natural. I remember that year is when I started like the gym religiously. I think I went like 4 days a week. I don't do that now, but that I wanted better for myself. I felt like since I had a different appearance, I wanted to upkeep everything. I ate better. I drank more water. I was a lot more active.
Which we all need to do, especially me.
Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like when you make that change, especially when it's appearance wise, it might even motivate you to do more things to just sustain a healthier lifestyle.
Oh, I love that. What would you say? What are the things you tell yourself when you're having a bad hair day? How do you deal with those?
I have a very short fuse, so if I'm impatient with my hair, if it's not working out, I just throw it in a bun. I think the days of me getting frustrated with my hair, especially now that it's a little longer, I can hide it better because I can just throw it up in a bun. But the days when I had like a tiny fro and it was just not cooperating, those days were harder. I did get frustrated. I would cry. I would either say that I'm not going out, or because I don't want to deal with it, or I would just step out as is. You know, I have a teeny little afro, throw some hoops on, and call it a day. But I do have to say, majority of the time, I don't want to say this sounds bad. Like, not that I didn't care. It didn't faze me as much that my hair was like not perfectly coiffed. Like, that wasn't something, and I think that came with the natural hair journey anyways. You have to just accept it. That's your hair, and people can take it or leave it because it's on your head.
That's right. Take it or leave it. Take me as I am. I love that concept, but I think it makes a difference. I think having the combination of both makes sense, because if you didn't have the right mindset, then everything else can crumble, where you would be stuck in your cocoon if not having a bad hair day. Because I think there is a connection with the mind, body, and soul connection, and how we think interact with how we eat, the things we actually pick and we put in our mouth, and in the thinking process as well. So it makes sense to have all of it combined. I love that. Now,
it needed to happen. It needed to happen for sure.
Perfect.
I needed a kick in the butt. A big kick in the butt. Like, I can notice the growth. I can notice the change. But I do have to say that the Stephanie I was then, it's a little more different than the Stephanie now. So